So
Right.
connective parenting takes children seriously and offers them support and to learn to regulate themselves and to solve their own problems. So we need to push the child into the driver's seat of their life. And this is a question I have for you. Can you elaborate on the notion why putting children into the driver's seat of their life is so important nowadays, more than ever?
Oh, it's such a good question. We have had so many decades of raising children to follow in our footsteps, so to speak, to do it the way it has been done, to not make waves so that they're not going to get pushed back in their lives. The world is a very, very different place now. We need, when computers came into our lives, I remember hearing the question is no longer, or the task is no longer about what you're going to learn, but the questions to ask, because all the information you need is here at our fingertips. It's learning to ask the questions. And in order to ask the questions, you've got to be constantly, on top of things. What are the questions to be asked? And it just went out of my head, but part of that, your question, why is it so important to
be in the
let them
driver's
be
seat,
in the driver's seat?
so make them feel responsible and have them feel that they solve their own problems.
So I want to make it very clear to all the parents who are listening that putting your child in the driver's seat does not in any way mean you are letting your child take control. You are usurping, you are letting your child usurp the balance in the family. Putting your child in the driver's seat can mean, for a toddler, do you want the red plate or the blue plate for your lunch today? Would you like to wear your yellow shirt or your green shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Giving choices means putting a parameter, your parameter, around your child. This is the structure. Within that parameter, you are giving your child the autonomy of making choices about his or her life.
Yeah.
Right? So I want to tell this story because I love it. And I think it exemplifies a lot. When my daughter was 5, she had to get glasses. This is my integrity daughter, right? I had just gotten to the point, was just getting to the point of knowing how not to get into a power struggle with her. And by the way, if you want to end power struggles with your child, that is 100% in your court. You are the one who needs to step out of the power struggle and not expect your child to be the grown-up first. So I was learning how to get out of these power struggles with my daughter. And we got word that she needed to have glasses. And you can imagine what that was like, taking her to the doctor's appointments. She also hated her eye doctor because he called her honey. Now, talk about condescending language to a child. She would not allow anyone to talk to her like that. She felt so put down. So one day came along. She had to have a patch first. Oh my God, it was horrible. One day came and we had a doctor's appointment, an eye doctor's appointment, and she said, I'm not going. And so, there's always this, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. You can't make me. And it's figuring out what your next step is, right? And so I said to her, Molly, you don't have a choice about whether you go or not, but you absolutely have a choice about how you're going to feel about it. You can decide that you hate this whole process. You hate your eye doctor. You hate having to wear glasses. I don't blame you at all. You can just be mad and ornery about the whole thing. It is your choice. Or you can decide, these are my eyes, and my eyes are part of my body, and I am in charge of my body, and I have to do the very best that I can do for my eyes. And right now, what the best thing is to wear glasses so that you can see better. So it's your choice. By now, we're walking toward the doctor's door because she glommed onto that choice. And we're walking along, and she's looking down at the sidewalk as she's walking. And I let her just be quiet for a minute. And then I said, have you decided yet? And no, I said, so what do you think, Molly? And she said, I haven't decided yet. And so I said, okay, let her think a little more. We're still walking to the door. We got up to the door and I said, so what do you think, Mal? Have you decided? And she said, yeah, I'll be okay about it. And man, I'll tell you, she went in there. She was a trooper for the whole rest of the process. She never lost. She was one of those kids who I would say she'd lose her head if it wasn't attached. She was always leaving things here and losing things. She never once lost her glasses. She took incredible care of them. She was an amazing trooper from then on.
Yeah.
Just amazing, because I put her in the driver's seat.
Yes, what a powerful story to have self autonomy and have it with fun and have it with vigor, both of that.
Yeah. Now that it could have gone, I mean, it wasn't a smooth, easy trail by any means, but when you allow your child to figure out what they have to do in the way that they can do it, that's when you know you have made that mindset shift. And that's when your child is going to feel supported. You're putting them in the driver's seat doesn't mean, and not being responsible for their happiness and their behavior and their thoughts and feelings does not mean I'm washing my hands of you, kiddo, you're on your own. What it means is you are there because your job is to support and guide your children, not to direct them and make them do and be who you want them to be. That's where that responsibility comes in. They are their own people, and we have to let them grow and develop in the way that's right for them. And when you give them the support and the guidance they need without directing, then they are allowed to reach their potential. And that's when your children can thrive. And that angry, belligerent orchid or integrity child can soar. And I have watched my daughter, who is now a grown woman, do exactly that.